Hello, everyone. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And I got to start with this. Elon Musk XRP theory revealed. This comes from Digital Asset Investor. Take a listen to this theory. It actually makes a little bit of sense.
Now, I'm pretty sure I was the first person to ever float the idea that I thought that Elon Musk was involved with XRP and probably XLM. But this guy's talking about this and it's right in line. People, when I first said this about 5 years ago, people thought I was crazy. Listen to what he's saying now.
And why would you go into rockets, though? You're really trying to go to a different planet that really isn't even there. So if you know that's not there, maybe he's shooting rockets up there to deploy satellites with his Starlink. Oh, you know he's doing that.
You mean with blockchain nodes on them?
Starlink, excuse me.
So that you can bank the unbanked?
You know he's doing that. But on these satellites, there's actually cryptocurrency built in, like an H-bar.
Or an XRP?
Every time there's a satellite deployed, it already has it in there. Huh, that makes sense. Sounds like rocket science.
What that does, folks, it does a couple of things. It banks the unbanked.
So what he's essentially saying is that through the use of Starlink, Elon Musk is going to be able to bank every single person on the planet. I always said that I don't believe the new financial system will go live until every single person on the planet has access to a bank account. Because what do they want to do? They want to level the entire playing field globally, not just in this country or that country, globally. All 8 billion plus people need to have access to a bank account. My knowledge of Elon Musk and Ripple, it goes back way beyond where we are today. I'm talking all the way back to like the PayPal Mafia days. And I believe there's a lot of overlap between the PayPal Mafia and the Ripple Mafia. That's how I know XRP and XLM will be tied into X money. But that's just my thoughts on that. XRP ecosystem has recorded over $4 billion in stablecoin transfer volume amid a recent surge despite current price struggles. XRP has continued to face market pressures with the token down 45.47% this year. However, the weakness in price performance has not stopped activity across the XRP ecosystem from growing. I've talked about this multiple times. In the background, you have the XRP ledger, nothing but momentum, nothing but acceleration, but no price movement on XRP. I still believe the price of XRP is going to catch up with all the momentum that has been happening on the XRP ledger. I think what we're seeing is a delayed reaction. In other words, you have that acceleration, that momentum on the ledger. Later, the price of XRP reflects all of that momentum. It won't be crypto and it won't be traditional finance. It'll just be finance. Take a listen to this.
Where do you think crypto will be in the next 5 years?
Look, I think we're going to forget about crypto. I think the right analogy is to go back how we talked about internet companies, right? Amazon was an internet company and Salesforce was an internet company. Netflix was an internet company. Today, they're just companies. I think the same thing is going to happen in crypto. We're going to stop talking about crypto companies and TradFi companies. We're going to realize that all of finance is moving on chain. I know it sounds radical to say that all of finance will move on chain in the next 5 or 10 years, but it's not just me that's saying it. The chair of the SEC is saying it. BlackRock is saying it. Goldman Sachs is saying it. Robinhood is certainly saying it. This is the biggest update to the financial infrastructure since we went from floor-based trading to digital trading in the 90s. This is that level of upgrade. We're going to look back in a few years and say, of course, stocks move over blockchains. How did they move in the past? That's so archaic. So I think crypto and TradFi will merge. We'll call it on-chain finance. and that will be effectively all of finance.
And I think that has to happen. Think about it. What's the one word that anybody hates to hear? Like at the banking level, they hate to hear about crypto. But when you just call it finance, all of a sudden, everything changes. Like Ripple, they've been trying to get in the door at the banks for years. And it's hard to get the door open with a cryptocurrency. And with a stable coin, though, oh, they will welcome that all day long. That's why I even believe that RLUSD is the gateway drug to XRP for the banks. But I believe they will drop the word crypto, absolutely. And what he's talking about, he keeps saying upgrade. What it is it's the transition from the current financial system into the new digital financial system. Ever wondered how a 1% shift loses $10 million in seconds? Experts break down why institutional giants are betting on RLUSD and the XRP ledger to solve liquidity issues. Take a listen to this clip.
Like if you move $1 billion and it shifts 1% in that 3 to 5 seconds, you've just lost $10 million. They don't want to do that. So they came up with RLUSD. It doesn't work in all cases because of a lack of liquidity.
Yeah, but RLUSD, though, right, is an issued asset that fundamentally can't exist without the XRP ledger, without XRP. So as you build other financial products on the XRP ledger, right, the value accrual is more XRP locked in things called automated market makers, which is a way of routing trade. So XRP also, little known fact, through something called pathfinding, is the automatic default liquidity path for the XRP ledger. So any transaction, swap, or move that happens on the XRP ledger, XRP is the default liquidity.
What he's trying to say is that they shifted to RLUSD because of the volatility with XRP. Now, if you look back to what the IMF said years ago, they said that XRP and XLM would be stable coins of the future, high valued stable coins. In other words, the price of these cryptocurrencies, it wouldn't shift that much. It would be more stable, but it would have to be at a very high value. That's why a lot of people always thought that the price of XRP and XLM would be set prices. In other words, they would set the price at $1,000 and the price would hold at $1,000. Then they would all have to get together again and raise the price if needed to, let's say, $5,000 or $10,000. But we just watched XRP stabilize around $1 for days without any price movement. So if nothing could move the price of XRP off of $1 for days, I'm sure they could stabilize the price at $1,000, $10,000, or whatever the price needs to be. But RLUSD is definitely not a replacement for XRP. Take a listen to this clip. These people absolutely hate XRP. And this is coming from Altcoin Daily.
What are your thoughts on XRP?
Generally speaking, we cover XRP all the time on the channel. If you want to stay updated on the news, Altcoin Daily will obviously cover, especially for a large community like XRP. I think, now that being said, not a lot of the XRP community is necessarily a huge fan of me because listen, I'm going to tell them the truth. And in my view, the truth is the biggest thing XRP has going for it in terms of token price go up is the community, especially in a bull market. That's outrageous. All the TikToks, all the content you see about all the people all over the world saying how XRP is going to hit $10, $100, $500, whatever it is. Now, I don't own any XRP. I've never owned XRP in any grand scale because I'm much more bullish on Ripple, the company, like Ripple, the stock, versus the coin. I think if they're not the same thing, I think if, the fiduciary duty of a Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz, who actually has left, was with Ripple the shareholder value, not necessarily coin. I do think one of the most bullish things I've seen for Ripple, I think they're going to be fine. I think they're a legacy play. I think in terms of who's spending the most money around Washington, if it was just based on that, XRP and Ripple would win no problem. They're not going away. I think they're only getting bigger. And I do think the best thing that they did in the last 2 years is have their XRP ledger, RL, and their stablecoin, RLUSD.
Take notice how he keeps trying to shift away from XRP. And he believes the only thing that's going to drive up the price of XRP is the community. Retail investors are going to drive up the price of XRP. Well, if you look at the XRP ETFs, that tells a totally different story. That's not retail buying those ETFs. That's institutions buying those ETFs. We also have treasury companies now creating treasuries for XRP. Look at Evernote and so on, or Evernorth. And I mean, going forward, you're going to have institutions actually buying the actual asset. I think what's going to drive up the price of XRP like never before in this next run up is the institutional money that's about to hit this space. And Altcoin Daily, they're Bitcoin maxis. They only love Bitcoin. Well, here's the truth about Bitcoin. Take a listen.
Coins will not enter the reserves of any of the central banks of the General Council. The role of the disruptors and anything that is using distributed ledger technology, whether you call it crypto, assets, currencies, or whatever, and it's far from the bitcoins that we used to talk about a year ago, that is clearly shaking the system.
Customers. So that's where I see changes happening now. If you think of Circle and Ripples and all those, that's where they are active and helpful.
Start off by also thanking Charles, thanking Thomas, thanking Christine. It's an honor to be.
The reason I wanted to show that clip is because that shows you how Brad gets a seat at all of these tables when they're talking about cross-border payments and so on. And the reason Brad gets a seat at the table is because XRP solves one of the biggest bank problems, liquidity. XRP delivers on-demand liquidity. Don't you think all of these banks would love to unlock the Nostro accounts? Absolutely. $27 trillion going back to the banks, ready to be used for loans and mortgages and so on. I also wanted to show you that clip because Christine Lagarde, the head of the European Central Bank, is literally telling you that adoption for Bitcoin is never going to happen. However, it is going to happen with utility-driven cryptocurrencies like XRP. XRP is a retirement bet. I thought this was a great clip. Take a listen.
So listen to Raoul Paul here, because in this clip, he's literally telling you, in our case, XRP is a pension plan. Listen to what he says here.
So if you think you're going to be replaced by the AI, and the AI is going to do all the economic activity on chain, and it's going to make the chain really valuable, then you want to own a basket of layer one's tokens. And that's basically your pension plan that solves for what is about to come. It's the way of economically participating on an equal footing with the agents. They're not taking your jobs, they're giving you an opportunity. This is humanity's pension plan in the post-AGI world.
I look at XRP as my retirement plan. I'm sure most of you look at it the same way. Because we are in a time now where the transition is already happening. They're literally coming out every single day and telling you that we are now connecting TradFi to all of these networks, to blockchain. And they keep calling it an upgrade, but what it essentially is a transition. We're going from the current broken system into a new digital system. And to capitalize on that, all you got to do is hold the right cryptocurrencies. XRP at critical level as analysts targets $15, $27, and $50. I keep watching these predictions rise now. And the reason I believe the predictions are rising is because everything is starting to accelerate. Wait until one of the major catalysts happen for XRP. I think it's either going to happen with the Clarity Act, possibly getting done next month. If not, I think the next big catalyst will be the DTCC. And when all of that goes live in October and we start to see price movement on certain cryptocurrencies, I think the price predictions are also going to rise for the end of the year. All of a sudden, it won't be $50 no more. Now it's $75 or $100. And if all the catalysts play out at once, I think we're going to 3 digits. And the reason I think that is because you couple that institutional money with retail money, and all of a sudden you have a major run up on these cryptocurrencies. You couple that with scarcity, and all of a sudden you have the perfect storm for a very high priced XRP. People's faces will be melting by the time we get to the end of 2026. 2027 would most likely be so massive compared to what we're going to see between now and the end of the year. But the catalyst got to start playing out. And until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.